Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. This is your boy FlyIslandGuy. Today we are starting our first leg from within Africa on the African tour, and we are here in Gris, Algeria. And as you can see, we're also flying a different aircraft today. So before any vehicles come in and spoil the vibes, I'm gonna hop into the flight deck and we'll go from there. All right, so what happened was I realized flying the Mustang was that the Mustang was just, it didn't have enough capacity basically for us to be able to make our flights profitable. So I keep having to choose like really low paying flights because we just can't really carry the cargo or anything. So I decided to upgrade to the Phenom by Corsair. I've had this in my hangar for a while and I just haven't really flown it. So we are going to fly this today and hopefully fly this for the next little while. See how things go. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and let's discuss our flight today. So we're going to be heading to Batna, Algeria. So just going to be heading east. And we're going to be cruising today at 37,000 feet. Our flight time is actually pretty short. It's about 1 hour. So yeah, the weather over in Batna right now is not the best. And if I just bring windy.com up, you could take a quick look. So as you can see, right now we're dealing with some thunderstorms in the area. Right now we're at MVFR conditions, which means that things aren't too bad, but we are going to have to keep an eye on that en route. We're looking at visibility of 6 kilometers, light thunderstorms, winds out of 320 at 13 knots, and clouds are pretty low. Few at 1,000 feet, scattered at 2,000 feet. Temperature is a little cool, 13 degrees C, and yeah, there was some rain in the area, so we're just going to keep an eye on that. And as they say on every cheesy airline that I've heard, let's get this Boeing going, although this is an Embraer. All right, so I have a checklist here that I'm using. Oh God, why? Now this is weird because I have the GPU on, but my battery still died. So yeah, I'm gonna have to restart this, and I'll be back soon. I guess it just took too long to get the aircraft up and running. All right, I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. So I did not realize that you actually had to connect the GPU, which sounds dumb, but yeah, I didn't realize if you flipped over the card, there was this stuff here on the back. So yeah, I just connected the GPU now, and we should be good to go. Have the batteries back on, so yeah, everything should be all right now. I'm gonna go ahead and start the engines. Once I do that, we'll disconnect the GPU and we will go on our way. So looking at the checklist here, getting our engine started, we have our throttle levers at idle. Gonna set our engine ignition to auto, and we'll also go ahead and close the door as well. Get this guy up. All right. Let's see. Here we go. All right, so we close the door up. Engine ignitions are set to auto. Our parking brake is set. Fuel pumps are on. They're set to auto. GPU is required. Let's check our battery voltage. It's going to probably be super low. Okay, well actually battery voltage is good. Yeah. All right, we're going to go ahead and start our right engine. And let's take a listen outside. I think it's good. I did not notice these people in there before. Scared the crap out of me when I just saw it. Alright, so our right engine started. Let's go ahead and get left engine started now as well. Alrighty. Alright, left engine start looks good. And we'll get the warning signs on for the passengers. Let's make sure our generators are on. Okay, yeah, everything looks good. All right, so now we got the engine started, we can go ahead and disconnect the GPU. We don't need that guy anymore. All right. And I also forgot to start tracking the flight.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
All right, tracking is started. Let's get our taxi lights on. And sorry if I seem kind of like off. It's like I have to keep switching windows to kind of go back and forth between my checklist and the actual aircraft. All right, so after the engine start, after engine start checklist, we have our GPUs off. CAS messages, everything looks good. Just have our parking brake warning. Battery voltage also looks good. Trims, check to see if that's operational. Yeah, trims look good. All right, so just gotta set the trim. Actually, I gotta go back and look at it. Should be good. We're actually like extremely heavy today. Extremely heavy today. So we have to. Our trim is a little on the extreme side. All right, let's set flaps 2. Ice protection is required. Nav lights already on, and we've turned on our taxi lights, so we should be good to start rolling, folks. I did hear as well that the flaps take a super long time to travel on this aircraft. So as you can see, they're still going right now. It just finished. It's been probably about 5 to 10 seconds. All right, so that is all set, and yeah, we're ready to finally get moving. So just gonna double check where we are departing from, or what runway we are leaving from. Let's close this here. Boom. So we are departing runway 26 here today in Gris. And I'm just gonna bring up the taxi map for this airport. And runway 26 is right in front of us. So parking brakes off and we'll get moving, folks. All right. So we're going to stop here and we're going to get ourselves prepared to take off. Landing lights on. Strobes can come on as well. And let's just lay away in the corner here. Kind of hard to see. All right. This is cabin lighting. It's all good. All right, folks, so we're going to go ahead and come onto the runway. Rotate speed today is 95 knots. All right, and here we go, all lined up. So throttle here is a little different on this aircraft. It's got separate detents. So we are going to go to the toga detent, which is second from the top. We don't slam it all the way to max like we did on the Mustang. So you have to be careful about that. All right, so here we go, folks. I'm going to set our takeoff thrust. And just gonna reset this view, parking brakes off, and we are rolling. That's it. Just giving a little bit of left rudder here. .95 knots, rotates.
Airborne time logged.
Gear up. This is it, folks. So what I've heard is that in Africa, the scenery is not the best. Mainly because the maps data is not the best, so I don't know. I'm hoping to get some good sights, good views, but we'll see what happens. Let's go flaps up. Right. And kind of once we get into position, I'm going to go ahead and actually once we get up to speed, I'm going to get our autopilot on. Which actually I could do that now. Let's go nav as well and flight level change. Let's adjust for about 180 right now. There we go. And we are bang on our flight track now. So that is looking absolutely good. Now it looks like it's calculated our top of descent. At least I'm hoping it is, because I think last time I tried this aircraft, the VNAV didn't work too well, so we'll see how that goes. Alrighty, folks. So Now that we're in the air, let's take a look at our checklist now. After takeoff checklist, thrust levers we could bring back to the climb detent. And flaps are retracted. Oh, now they're retracted. I forgot I meant flaps too. Let's see. Landing gear is up. Your damper is on. And ice protection is required. Pressurization. Everything should be good on that front as well. Actually, let me check. Yeah, pressurization should be auto. Let's leave that there. I should have done that before. All right. So once we hit 10,000 feet, we'll go to landing lights off. Passenger signs as required as well. But yeah, overall, things should be smooth. Things should be good. So hoping for the best. This is a new aircraft for me, so I'm definitely going to be learning it for a little bit. Some views of Algeria on the way out. All right. One thing I need to check here is the transition altitude. Transition altitude here is actually 3940, so we missed it a while ago. So first thing that we'll do is we'll shut off our landing lights because we've crossed 10,000. And we'll set the altimeter to standard. Need to figure out how to do that because I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I have to figure that out. Either way, once we hit 18,000. Oh, there we go. Arrow button. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Where is the... Okay. Yeah, 299 and 2. Alright. So, I think we're all set now. We're just going to keep climbing up to our cruise altitude. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and find out about where we're going today, which is Batna, Algeria. Alright? So, Algeria has a fascinating history and some pretty wild facts. Batna, Algeria. So for starters, the city is nestled in the Ores Mountains, which lends it such a picturesque setting. But here's a cool twist though. Batna isn't just a modern city. It's actually been inhabited for over 2,000 years. Now, brace yourself for something wild here. Batna was actually known as Timgad in ancient times, and it was an important Roman city found around AD 100 by Emperor Trajan. And imagine walking through the ruins of an ancient Roman city in the heart of Algeria. Here's another mind-boggling fact. So Batna has been a strategic crossroad for centuries. So during World War II, it served as a crucial military base for Allied forces in North Africa. Now that's some serious historical weight right there. And get this, Batna is not just about history, it's also known for its unique geographic quirks. So the city is surrounded by lush greenery, and nearby you'll find some stunning geological formations. So how's that for a blend of ancient allure and natural wonder? But wait, there is more. Batna isn't just famous for its past, it's also a hub of modern Algerian culture and education. The city boasts several universities and colleges, making it a vibrant center of intellectual activity. So whether you're into ancient civilizations, military history, or you just want to soak in some breathtaking landscapes, Batna is definitely a city that packs a punch with its rich tapestry of stories and surprises. All right. So we're going to continue our climb, folks, up to 37,000. I could imagine our top of descent isn't going to be too far off. And once we are into our descent, I'm going to be back as usual. And hopefully we're going to have a smooth landing in Batna. I don't know how this is going to go because the weather seems kind of iffy over there right now. So we'll see what happens. All right. Make sure to keep watching, and I'll be back soon. This is your boy FlyIslandGuy. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As you can see, we're starting our descent into Batna. Just coming in through the clouds now. And yeah, I'm a little busy here. I just had to kind of get some business sorted out. And I'm all done. All right, so let's head back up to the flight deck and let's see what's going on up there. Alrighty, so we are at just above 10,000 feet, crossing over 10,000 now. And we are about to start our final approach. Now, let's take a quick look at our approach for today. We're going to bring it up here on Navigraph. All right, so we are doing the ILS Runway 23 approach. And as you can see, we're heading towards the Batna VOR now. And we're going to be basically doing a loop, kind of descending loop to get us back onto the localizer. Our initial approach fix altitude is going to be 5520, and that's what we're descending to now. And we're going to be descending to 4930 or 4,930 feet. All right. So we're just about to come through the clouds now. Just love this view. To be honest, it's kind of been a while since we've experienced any kind of serious weather. I'll let you guys enjoy the view as we descend, and I'm just going to double check the weather here in Batna just to see what we're dealing with right now. All right, so things haven't really changed that much. We're getting a little bit more visibility at now 8,000 meters or 8 kilometers. Thunderstorms are in the area still. Clouds few at 1,000 feet, still few at 2,000 feet as well, broken at 2,300, and the temperature has gone down a little bit. It's now 10 degrees C now. No, 11 degrees C instead of I believe it was 13 before we checked. So we are going to, as you can see, we're starting that loop. We're going to go ahead, set our local altimeter now. The transition altitude is about 7,900 feet, which we've crossed over. Gonna dial back the throttles a little bit because we want to kind of slow down as quickly as possible so that we can get properly configured for landing. I was doing a little bit of research on the Phenom. Apparently there was an upgraded version of the Phenom 100, the Phenom 100E, that included spoilers on landing. Well, spoilers so that it could assist with landing. So apparently the Phenom is actually a little difficult to control before on landing, because you know, if you didn't come in bang on speed profile, it would cause issues. All right. So I'm basically just going to allow the aircraft to lose speed. Once we start that left turn, we should go ahead and activate approach mode, and we'll get ourselves all ready to go for landing. Descent checklist. We've already discussed our arrival and approach procedures. ILS frequency 110.7 is already in. We already have our glide slope and localizer altitude set. Oh, sorry, glide slope capture altitude set. VNAV is armed. And just need to confirm our landing speeds. Normally do about VRF plus 10, so we should be doing about 105 for landing on approach. So we already crossed over the airport. We should pretty much just be turning back towards it now. Let's see if we can see anything out of our window. Don't see too much right now. Alright, we're going flaps 1. And I'm really going to start getting these flaps out ahead of time. Because as I mentioned before, the travel speed for the flaps on the Phenom is ridiculous. It's really, really slow. So I'm going to have to make sure we're configured ahead of time. All right. So here we are, we're coming out of our base turn, kind of heading back towards the runway. And as we continue to turn, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch our CDI source and arm approach mode. And then we'll go ahead and continue our landing. All right, folks, so here we go. Switching the CDI source to Loc 2 and arming the approach. Trying to figure out what the aircraft is doing right now. Okay, you're doing too much. Oh my god. gosh. I don't know what happened. Okay. Let's go heading mode. Because now we're pretty much heading back in the total opposite direction. All right, gonna do more of like a shallow connection to our flight path. There we go. Now I'm going extremely slow right now. I need to get the speed back up. And I'll go ahead and arm our approach mode. There we go. Localizer is alive. And our glide slope is coming on as well. So we should be good to go now. All right, localizer is captured. Should be all right now. Okay, we are turning. There we go. Alrighty, folks. Still thickly in the clouds, as expected. And we're now starting our descent on the glide slope. So I'm just going to try and speed manage from now on.
Landing here. Landing here. Landing here. Landing here. Landing here.
That was interesting.
Landing here. Landing here. Landing here.
All right.
Landing
We'll get our gear down now.
here. Landing here. Landing here. Landing here.
Just so the aircraft can stop complaining. We're at flaps 4 right now. So not much to see outside. Lots of rain on the screen right now. It looks sort of weird though. Don't know why it looks like that. I'm gonna go ahead and go flaps full. And I need to watch my speed. My speed is getting dangerously low. In fact, I'm just gonna probably just keep some power in all the way down. Just a little bit of power. So minimums are 2,990 feet. So about 1,000 feet off minimums at the moment. See if you can get some more views outside. And I'm just going to try and come around the back. All right, that's about it. Still actually don't see the runway, but I can imagine that's it straight ahead of us. It's very hard to see because the clouds are so low. All right, runway is ahead of us. I'm gonna take over from here. Let's back up a little bit. There we go. It says that I'm a little high right now. In this case, I'd rather be a little high than too low. All right. Crossing over minimums now, and we'll continue. Let's hope for a smooth landing, folks. Keep my fingers crossed. Floating.
Landing time logged.
Let's get up in the middle of the runway. Here we go, folks. Welcome to Batna, Algeria. I'll call this a mildly successful ILS approach. All right, folks. All right, so we've landed successfully. I'm just gonna see where to turn off here. I don't see anything that stands out as far as a terminal is concerned. So just gonna taxi to the end of the runway here. I believe there's a turn off up here. All right. All right, good to go. We are off the runway. Just gonna stop here and clean up just for a second. Yeah. Well, they weren't lying about the weather. That was kind of gross on the way in. Let's get our landing lights and strobes off. Let's get our flight director off as well. So overall, this has been a great flight, and I was a little worried about the Phenom. As I said, I've tried to test fly it once or twice before, and I ran into issues. So this is like the first time it's gone all right. So hoping for more of this in the future. It looks like the terminal is up here to our left. This is a default default airport, as you could see. And I guess, unfortunately, because this is Africa, as I said, I've seen some complaints about lack of scenery, lack of photogrammetry, lack of maps data. It's a lot of lack here. So I know there's some freeware projects that cover the lots of places in Africa. So we will see what's happening with that as we travel. But in the meantime, just gonna find a place here to park, and we're gonna call it a day, folks. All right, we'll park right here. All right. Landing lights off. Cool. Go ahead and bring out the old GPU. And yeah, shut the engines off as well.
Engine off time logged. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by On Air.
All right. Get our chocks on as well. Cargo doors. And final door open here so we could get out. And I forgot to bring the flaps up. I knew I forgot to do something. Or we can just watch that from outside. And you can see actually how long the flaps take to come up. So I know I raised them. Let's see. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll call that a day, folks. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video if you see fit. And I will catch you on the next one. More flights to come here in Africa. And we're going to have a good time, folks. All right. This is your boy FlyIslandGuy. I'll be back very, very soon. As usual, stay safe, and most importantly, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.
Fly Island Guy, we're soaring so high. With reggae beats we touch the sky.